I guess we have to fight Mukuro then, by any means necessary. Remember the truth. Let's just do this already.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh my god.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh my god, that was a lot of it!
What? What do you want?
I gotta be focused right now!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Eh?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Well, that's quick.
I'm not listening!
The BioLite? This one?
This should prove it.
Okay. That gave us like so many things I don't know what to talk about.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
No more problem about that. Doing this argument thing, I had to pick the which bullet I had to take before I had to shoot things. I mean, that'd be like one day, but I'll be so tense. Yeah, right to the bullet again.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
Yes.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yep.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
Let's see. I can't even know what number it is. If I counted it as 9, but the only thing that wasn't turned on was 7. So there was 6 students was here, including one that's a mastermind. That's my guess.
And there were only 9.
9. Whatever, 9.
You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number light should be on is it 8? Nope. I mean, it's supposed to be 10, right? Because there's 6 of us here.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Yep.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
You should know it, but I can tell by the portrait. That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Saiga died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mundo was 5th. Taka was 6th and Hifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro. Okay then. That explains it.
So 10 people in all?
Okay.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Okay, there were like 10 people that was killed. There should be like 10 of them. So that means like 6 students remain, but there was like 9. So I'm pretty sure there's one that's ever the true mastermind.
But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No, I don't think so. I'm guessing that one of them might be alive. I mean, the 16 students, Mukuro is already dead, but maybe there might be among us.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
How would you know?
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the accusation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? And the master destroyed the body, the same person was killed twice. only 9 murders took place. Maybe 9 murders? No, it wasn't. Darn it. I know you know for sure. I'm not really good with logic. The same person was killed twice?
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Like 2 times in a row? That doesn't make sense, but okay then.
Murdered again?
Yes.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It's gotta be Mukuro.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Wait, are you saying she was a disguise?
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional!
Is there? Isn't now. Maybe that might be true because of the other injuries? I might have found them a fight. More importantly, one of the characters by wasn't there anymore. Maybe click on bus.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
Maybe this one?
Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki?
No, it's not Chihiro.
Mando Owada?
It's not Mando.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
No, it's not him.
Fumi Yamada?
Not him.
Celestia Lu... whatever?
Celestia.
Or maybe... Sakura Ogami?
It gotta be Junko Enoshima, right?
No.
Right?
There's no way anyone
One was murdered twice!
I knew it was Junko Enoshima! Because there's no doubt it was Junko.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
Yeah, because I mean, you know from the very beginning, like, when we just start about what this class chart is, but Junko on the other hand, like, start the trial by saying that there's no way I'm not gonna do this stupid class trial nonsense. Next thing you know, like, she trying to break the rules by that. Next thing you know, she's just stab one of those Gunya spear, that's what it is. That might explains it, right?
What do you mean?
See? I had to keep watching that scene again.
Remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
Oh, Gunya spear, that's what Monokuma said.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Similarities match?
Yep.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those 2 bodies are actually one and the same.
More importantly, how did Mukuro disguise herself as Junko? I mean, I think I know one reason. Back then, they say something about the Photoshop because they're like, why the faces not even look exactly the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
Yeah.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Yep.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
More importantly, how that happened exactly? Does that mean like the another Junkos somehow reincarnated? Or is it like there was like a double duty, like twins?
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
Even that might be the case with like twin sister.
Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
it means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yep.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
I guess we'll figure out what that is.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, it's not.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
No, not really. I mean, I can tell by the nails, but you didn't know there was like a tattoo. But Junko does have like tattoo of the Fenrir on the right hand.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
No, it's not.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro. But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Okay, we did that music again. Make an argument. Did I still do implantation? Mukuro's fatal injury. Manakuma found number 5. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. What am I supposed to do?
The body we found in the garden
Is it but the fatal injury?
wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Which one?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Come on, you can't even say anything. For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Nope. There had to be something. So it might take a lot of time, and I don't have much time left because I like time limits only 3 minutes. Oh my god.
Found in the garden.
This one? Dang it. It's not. This might take a lot of time to do a rebuttal.
The mastermind's
This one?
true identity is Mukuro.
No. Oh my god, there's gonna be a total waste of time for this.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Really, there wasn't that?
Shoot!
Am I supposed to rebuttal Aga or Monokuma? Dang it.
Shoot!
Why can't you say anything?
The body we
What
found
is
in
it?
the garden.
Mukuro's fatal injury would appear to be a collection of wounds covering her body. There had to be something to do with it exactly. But I'm not sure what the Monokuma file number 5 to do with it exactly. But what this had to do with it exactly?
Body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
There it goes! Oh my god! It was her profile! My god!
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Oh my god, I couldn't even not tell exactly either at the rebuttal or some of Monokuma's or Toko saying like it wasn't the mastermind is Mukuro. I thought for sure something I know so far, but not really. But when I looked through the profiles, exactly what Mukuro Ikusawa, I mean, it did give us a details about the height and weight thing, but she also said about like a little bit, saying something like Kyoko's matched the corpse exactly in from the biolab.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Yeah.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
I want to know what the vital is exactly.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
It's Junko. Some made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. It's gotta be Junko and Oshima, right? Because how the heck they got disguised themselves?
Here's my answer.
That's one thing I don't know for sure.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Is it?
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Maybe.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Or maybe the Junko we all know suffer might be Mukuro this entire time. Right?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. She didn't place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Well, that's what we think. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do moving and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. Well, if she is. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No, it's not. Can you not even believe it?
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
No, it's not.
Too bad, too bad.
There might be some kind of proof.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Yeah, let Kyoko just jump on it in.
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Maybe.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead. I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. The Havoc Gambit? What is it then? Is it disguise? R? What is it? Ray. But replace. Replaced.
Now I understand.
Yeah, like taking over the spots.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
Yeah.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yes.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I
Yes.
don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Maybe like
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
no. I mean, Mukuro's not a ninja.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switch at the beginning. They switch at the moment of the death. They switch after death. No, they were switched from the very beginning.
I got it.
When we all been
Sure that
introduced.
They had switched places from the very beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
Yep.
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
Was actually Mukuro Zaba, which technically still how exactly?
was actually Mukuro all along?
Did she somehow change her appearances as well?
We'd already met her?
I guess none of us did know.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
So what? Just because it's just Mukuro Zaba, that means like she's special.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Really?
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Yep.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Well, she did. Maybe they might be deal with like some kind of foundation, like makeup and stuff.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Yep.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
I mean, how could you not even not know about it exactly?
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Yep.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Yep, we got you all cornered, right?
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
Yep. That means those two were like ultimate despairs because Kyoko just said like there were other ultimate despairs.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Yep. You got nothing to say, Monokuma?
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Are you starting to deny it?
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
And why haven't you been saying anything?
Yeah, I want to know.
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity?
Yes.
When did I do that?
So he still refused to admit it, but he is trying to deceive us all what he wants. It doesn't matter, because I already figured out. Oh, is it because of the photos? Because when I looked through it, Junko's face somehow covered. He tried to hide Junko's identity, not just once, but twice. The first time was during the latest investigation. Was it? What is it? Is it which is it? Is it the group photo? Oh no, no. What is it? I don't have much time. The first time was during the latest investigation. Oh, the injuries?
Shoot!
No. This one? Oh god! I'm going to lose, am I? Wait, about the interview DVD.
I got it!
Oh god!
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Okay, I did not know for that. Because when I looked through the what evidence it is, I'm pretty sure took with the DVD because it doesn't show what Junko looked like. I mean, I think half of that time, like, when he's still watching it, someone must have turned it out, which is Monokuma might be his doing. I mean, you don't want to let anyone know what Junko's look like. It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service! What? That just so happens to break just now? Now then, when does it matter? Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
Does that mean she's gonna be the last person to be interviewed? Seriously?
And if Mukuro saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Yep.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The Master tried to cover up one of the pieces of evidence and gonna reveal that. Now we gotta do the group photo thing. And I gotta do another argument. We're getting close to getting identity. But I don't have enough help as well, so screw it. So screw it. So I need to get focused right now. I'm very focused right now.
You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
That's good. I pressed the wrong button. Final strike. That gotta be the good photo, right?
That's impossible.
And boom!
This should prove it.
I got back in action, baby. With me by my help.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
The fun thing I got in the group photo thing, this nonsense.
Oh.
Yep, you totally busted yourself, buddy. You just got yourself bared. No pun intended.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
It's about their face, right?
What's so unusual about them?
The usual look is common to all these pictures. I've got to look to it. Yeah, her own face is, because she sometimes look other way. Can't even see the picture, including with all the group photos together. The only circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Yep. Yep, you clearly can't see anyone see Junko's face. We know what Junko's face is gonna be look like with it doing that, but whatever.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Unless they might do that on purpose.
And on top of that, in this photo you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Yep.
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
Yep.
that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu? Is that a word?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
Yep.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind. and the ultimate despair.
Yep.
Times two!
Make it double.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
You got something more to talk about?
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run.
Well, not anything to hide, so.
I'll prove everything. Right now.
Closing argument. Okay, we'll just start dive in, shall we? So there's gonna be lots of things to do, so I haven't been doing that for a very long time, so what was the identity of the ultimate fashionista who was met? Okay. Oh my god, I can't do that very long time. Where did the mastermind keep the Mukuro's body? This might take a long time, so I gotta do another jump cut. And
The killer is you.
boom! Hopefully we got it right.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
More importantly, you didn't do like any kind of closing argument from the fit class trial, but just that's why you can do it, like continue on, but whatever.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Ugh.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima.
More importantly, why would it do that?
Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden.
That's all I can interesting though. If you're saying the name Junko, it's a like whole stuff has been all of the doing, which kind of interesting that they call it, like the mastermind. Nonsense. Because sometimes they call it the killer. Like just he won't tell us the identity who that might be.
She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Yep.
So she put on a mask and then attacked him.
From 9 till Kyoko is coming to rescue.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
Okay.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Well, at one point, why? Boom!
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
That closing argument kind of really quick, don't you think?
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder.
Yep.
And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
It's actually Junko and Oshima is the entire killing game. Booyah!
The real Junko and Oshima.
More importantly, I'd like to see what the real Junko may look like exactly. Because I tell her what her real face. Complete!
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
You got nothing to say? Buddy?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
Are we seriously gonna do it like this? Is he Maximus going to reveal him?
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Yes, game is over. Well, not yet, apparently.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Yes.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Gosh darn it, just. Wait, what? Oh, you can show yourself right now? Hello! Junko Enoshima Ultimate Despair. Oh, finally reveal yourself? My god. There she is.
We've been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
You look different as before, Junko. You look different from the very beginning, though. But more importantly, somehow, did you get some weird bad thing around your head? More importantly, how you got the chronic exactly, but whatever. But yeah, I think I'll decide to leave that as a cliffhanger, guys. So sorry, guys. I know for some reason, for sure, like, surprising that we got the true mastermind revealed ourselves. It was actually Junko Enoshima. But I know somehow we gotta leave that as a cliffhanger. But we're getting close to the end of it. But as far as I can tell, like, how long does it take to finish up? So I'm gonna come back again, like, on Friday as such, but like next time. So even gotta have time for a bit. So I'm not sure if we make it to the end of it. Even when going to make it to the end of it, even I had to keep recording this all day and wait for a bit until like the next day after that. But we wouldn't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it for Danganronpa. Happy Havoc. If you like this video, hit that like button to light them up. If you want to see my videos, check out the physical subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Later!